T to the A to the K to the E to the T to the H to the A to the T. PODCAST. Say Take That Podcast.
Take That Podcast.
There's been a study about the way chimpanzees communicate with each other, and then there's this kind of comments that said, are these everywhere or are they localized? Because if they're everywhere, these chimpanzees communicate in that way everywhere, you'd know that accents are something we generally came up with. But I think generally, chimpanzees talk in different ways and different areas.
I'm not sure about the exact study you're talking about, but there's actually a lot of studies on different primate communications. There's even smaller monkeys that have what I would absolutely call language, that have around 20 to 50 words for things like they have different cries. Obviously they don't sound anything like human words. But
even cats have that. Cats communicate in different ways
but
human owners.
But with the monkeys, it's actually social. So they have words for the different predators. So they have a different word for a snake versus an eagle. And they'll scream, eagle, and all the monkeys will hide in the trees from the eagle, or there's a snake, and they'll get off the ground.
I'm really generally interested in those. There's this gorilla called Coco, which uses I think a board or something like that to communicate.
Coco does American Sign Language. There's a bonobo that uses the board, and his name begins with a K, but I can't remember exactly what his full name was. And with that one, they were actually trying to teach his mother the language while he was a baby, and she was really not interested, and then he was picking it up even though he wasn't getting the rewards for it, and apparently he's...
Eventually, if we can talk to them, we'll just ask them, hey, did you guys become humans?
Indeed.
Unfollow Greeks and Avogadro. Seriously, just... What are you doing with your life?
We do not take responsibility for your mental health in any way, shape, or form.
Remember, it's me who ruined you.
TSV, also known as Tattoos and Bones.
So, Tattoos, did you actually listen through the entire podcast?
Yes, I did.
Wow.
I'm so sorry.
Are you getting any symptoms like shaking hands or homicidal feelings towards everybody?
Please, I've been following TakeThatDarwin for years. I'm used to this shit.
Okay, so you're
already.
Thing. I think the day that I first started following you, the first thing I saw was the thing about Darwin having a beard and how that was disrespectful to God, which is still one of the best tweets ever.
I remember this. It was hey, don't you remember that Darwin used to be a young guy? So every time you're portraying him as being an old guy, just trying to steal God's throne.
Yes, exactly. That was the first retweet of yours I ever saw, and it's still one of the best. One of the best.
I actually got to know you guys through TakeThatNASA. I was on Twitter, and then there's this guy who's he didn't believe in the moon landing, and if you didn't know, I'm an avid astronomy geek, so I got furious, and then I clicked on astronomy, and then I clicked on, and then I was TakeThatNASA. I was oh, that's another account, and I clicked on, and then it turned out he was retweeting those people, and then I just checked through, and then TakeThatDarwin was there.
Wait, are you asking why Dallas isn't a full-blown alcoholic? Please. I've seen that man drink on other podcasts.
Last night I had a bottle of champagne, not because of the Supreme Court ruling, but because it was the only booze left in the house.
Because I like fossils and beer.
Yeah, I probably would, yeah, but... and by the way, about traveling to the US, do you still have to give up your name, iris scan, the blood of a virgin, and everything to get through customs? Or?
Yeah, usually all they need is a fist-sized ruby pried from the eye socket of a forgotten idol.
I was whoa, that's a very drunk bug, just moving in a very weird way. Can you have it take that orgy sometime in the future?
Oh, what have I done? Unacceptable.
I'm a little insecure here, surrounded as I am by such powerful examples of beards.
Hey, Dal, you know who else had a mustache?
Was it Hitler?
Stalin had a better mustache, though. It was better. Come on, you gotta agree.
if Hitler came from Germany, why are they still Germans? Asterix, Austria.
Okay, whose beard is better?
Does your ghost have a boner?
Seriously, like, just what are you doing with your life?
Oh my God! Did you see that guy that I retweeted who was like, "Hey, it makes me sick to see that My Little Pony is used to promote gay rights because I am absolutely sure that the ponies hate gays
you
and much."
You said you're not going to expect this next response. I agree. I did not expect that response at all.
See it coming.
What does that person think about the Care Bears then? I mean,
they live on rainbows, for crying out loud.
I know.
Will we ever run out of stupidity to retweet?
Nope.
Nope.
More.
It's not possible.
What's the most original thing you guys have found in your respective fields of, let's say, expertise?
I'm gonna have to go back to the so insects and trees evolved from monkeys too guy. That was certainly a winner.
There was like this post I've seen about Monsanto trying to kill out bees so that they can release their own genetically modified bees. Like, how stupid could you get to believe
that one was really good. I liked the whole genetically modified bees thing.
Can I pick one of your retweets?
Yeah.
Yes. I want to nominate the sibling sexual intercourse guy that Darwin retweeted. Not so sure.
Yeah.
Oh, that one was amazing.
Let me dig this one up. Here we go. Yeah, evolutionists failed to explain oral sexuality if occur among close family members is a strong case to reject evolution as God does exist, 2 exclamation points. And this guy's kind of dwelt on this subject before. I was kind of trying to give him the benefit of the doubt there because I know there's a language barrier at work, but he has often said things like, okay, yes, sexuality is sin, Satan invented boning, and like the fact that I don't want to have sex with my siblings means that God exists, but then he kind of put in this blowjob angle. And
civilized societies don't have oral sex?
Yes.
He said that?
He said that as well.
Yeah, let me pull up New Testament activist here.
Surely he's never been into the outskirts of Thailand. I'll just leave it at that.
Discussion I had with an evolutionist provoked me to ask these sorts of questions, but they didn't answer. Instead, they accused me of asking bad questions. It's a bad question, but should have to resolve this issue since they're evolutionists and deny God's creation. For me, oral sex or any sexuality, whether it's incest or not incest, is from evil, as against the will of God. Okay, yeah, definitely.
Biological reproduction is what then?
He says that even that's evil because it takes place in darkness and secret is his catchphrase. Darkness and secret.
Yeah, that's why we also decided that he only wants people to have sex in public. It's not in darkness and in secret. Orgies only.
Right there,
only in the streets. And with lights on.
Drag a bed onto the sidewalk.
Not nighttime orgies. Day orgies.
There was like this thread the other day about GMOs, of course, as usual. And then this guy was like arguing, and this person who was like against GMOs, he posted a link from Genetic Literacy Project, which, if you didn't know, is probably the most pro-GMOs website on the internet. He posted a link to that as proof that GMOs are bad. He clearly didn't read the article.
I have often had people link me to articles that said what I said instead of what they said.
Mm-hmm.
Like exactly what I said.
Oh, that happens beautifully when people start talking about the soft tissue in dinosaurs, and then they start linking to the Discovery.com article, or every once in a while the Royal Society of Publishing actual article by Mary Schweitzer. That gets hysterical, because then you just start posting screenshots of, do you see where it says demineralized over several weeks, jackass?
And especially when it's like the article where Schweitzer is saying, I hate that creationists are using this. It does not support them.
Yeah, that's an amazing one. It's like, here, let me screen cap that for you and send it to you a lot.
I also like that the likes of Ken Ham and Ken Hovind have actually made a list of arguments that creationists should no longer use.
Ken Hovind has not. Ken Ham has. Ken Hovind will say fucking anything. Ken Hovind still says dust on the moon. Ken Hovind will do why are there still monkeys. Ken Hovind is way worse.
I think there are a couple of them who say don't use that argument anymore. Not because it's not true, but because it doesn't get the message across, or that you get questions, and none of them said, that these are dumb questions. Or
I think Ken Ham actually says the monkey question is a dumb question. I mean, he doesn't say it like that, but he says that there is an explanation for it, so it's not a good argument.
Yeah, he says it's based on a misunderstanding of what evolution is, which is, of course, completely true. But, I mean, he doesn't go out and say, this question's stupid. He just says it's misinformed. He is trying, in his own ass-backwards, insincere way, to raise the level of creationist discourse, but it's completely self-serving.
Are we legally obliged to supply a disclaimer? We are not responsible for any outbreaks of mass insanity following our publication.
40 podcast is for external use only. Do not apply anally.
We do not take responsibility for your mental health in any way, shape, or form.
Oh, I found another one of my favorites of all time. This must have come from Earth or science, or maybe from Greeks. If you do the math to prove that the Earth is round, and if you do the same to prove that the Earth is flat, both of them add up the same.
What? What type of math?
360? Oh, Jesus.
I don't know.
What type of math would you have to do to come to a flat Earth conclusion?
I don't know. We tried to ask.
That new math.
Fucking Common Core.
Oh. For fuck's sake.
So what specimen do you think would be most likely to actually kill you? If you were trapped in a room with them.
One of the white
There's this guy, he's just so funny. He's like, why are you making fun of me because I have a cracked screen and my eyesight is weak or something like that? I was like,
I remember that guy.
Can you write properly? Can you write properly? I just said that to him, and he's like, stop abusing me, I will kill you It's just really stupid.
Yeah, I don't really have followers that would want to kill me. I mean, all I do is retweet people who are, going full Godwin. It's not really like they have...
You know who had followers who wanted to kill their leader?
Now, if we're talking followers who are most likely to kill me, that would be Trevor right here.
Oh, you're dead, man. You are a dead man.
I was going with specimens. It could be someone else.
Yeah, but as far as specimens go, Tom Belts and Dan the Wild Man?
I was going to mention Tom Belts because he's really angry.
He's furious.
He's
and
so
Dan
angry.
the Wild Man is one of his buddies who's blocked me at this point. And Dan the Wild Man there, he has previously tweeted me pictures of his balls and has also said that a hacker needs to take out my account. So I think he probably wants to at least take a swing at me.
Are you sure that's take a swing at you or not, or swing your way? Because if he's sending you pictures of his balls...
They may not have been his balls. They may have been taken from his vast balls folder. I don't know.
My favorite recent Tom Belts was when someone else tweeted at him. He responded and tagged you in, and then you responded to him, and he was like, "No one's talking to you."
That I don't understand. What is it with the and you guys talked about it a little bit in the podcast.
The shilling
What
stuff.
is it? What is it with the shilling stuff? I mean, holy crap, man!
It's just so much easier to believe that that your enemy is a single monolithic force rather than to believe that it's a bunch of people who are saying, "Guy, you need to settle down. You're stupid."
But I mean, but even more than that, it's like the specific use of sock puppet accounts that one person is controlling this mass network of zombie accounts.
Yeah,
and
you
it's
have
like,
a second take that account.
It's because people then think it can't be true that 7,000 people came to the same conclusion as the other 6,999, meaning that I'm the stupid one. No, it must be all of them with one person who just happens to disagree with me.
I wonder if there's some amount of the fact that they think everyone must be following some kind of leader, but since there's no visible organization, could be a member of. It's like a church, thus must be one person.
What are you saying? Like we're the smart anonymous?
Noob.
The noob. Now, just as somebody just curious. So, since everybody has their own little, I guess, niches, windows, avenues of things that they specifically call out on Twitter, when you do you find yourself avoiding engagements if it's something you're not 100% solid on?
Yes.
Or will you just go all, balls out on anything that you have, at least partial arguments for?
I mean, if I feel like being in an argument and I know enough to know that what someone else is saying is completely wrong, then I will engage as far as I am able. But I think I try not to. If I absolutely have no idea, then I don't.
I'd say, I sometimes find stuff that I'm not sure about. So, I do have this really bad habit of trying to pick out every single bit of pseudoscience. So what I would do is just generally retweet it and leave it there for anyone who knows what they're doing to answer back. Or sometimes I may just give a link or just give a short kind of pseudo or quasi answer in a way. That's what I try to do.
I tend to argue with people mostly when I'm relatively sure, actually pretty sure that I'm correct, but that requires knowing what you're talking about. So I tend to, wait.
Oh yeah.
Let's speak only for me then here. I'm the person who does a lot of research first before I tend to believe that I know what I'm talking about, because I don't want to be in a situation where I get called out on one of the things that we retweet on Twitter. I only engage in those discussions that I'm fairly certain of because I make sure I'm fairly certain of them. If I'm not, I'm also not afraid to ask.
That said, most of what I retweet, you don't need to have a lot of in-depth knowledge of the what's going on in modern science to realize that this is stupid. Like the monkeys.
Yeah, you don't need the last on genetic research to know that.
As far as retweeting things that are not entirely stupid, I don't really have to do that. There's enough incredibly stupid out there that I don't feel the need to retweet. Some people are just saying, well, I'm not completely convinced of evolutionary theory. I'll have to do some more research. That's fine, whatever. Because next door there's going to be someone who's screaming about how the thermal dynamics disprove monkey.
Oh, the second law.
Man.
Thermal dynamics. Yeah,
I've seen that a lot lately. I've seen it a lot.
Yeah, so have I.
Have you guys read the latest research that suggests that life is actually a very good way to dissipate excess energy in an environment, which means that life is almost certainly to arise where the conditions are right, just because it serves the second law of thermodynamics?
Yeah.
I have seen Pop reporting that exists, but I've not been able to find the actual data itself. I'm not certain I would be able to understand it or not.
Yeah, how many people have been white genocided since the hashtag has been?
Not enough.
3 people.
Also, I just checked it on Facebook. There's like a page with over 10,000 likes.
Holy crap!
There's people who actually do this not anonymously.
I had never heard of that until Twitter. I did not know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I can't
How do you
remember
go
when I
about
showed it.
genociding the whites? I mean, what do you actually do to?
Well, see, white privilege means you can get genocided without actually anyone getting killed or forcibly expelled from their homeland.
In fact, it just seems to be like people have sex with you that are the wrong color, and then your babies are less white than would be ideal.
8%.
And then you're genocided. White Genocide Project. That sounds like something you do on the weekends, Well, shall we go to the beach, or how about we genocide the whites?
Hey, brother, let's go do white genocide jihad style. Yeah, weekend project.
Well, you put on white face so they can't tell that you're not white. You put on a blonde wig.
It's like you said, you know, they're the only group that doesn't get discriminated and such. And I was like, you know, that's actually a fair point. All those white genocide people are like, we've never been the victim. We can't play the victim card. So we need to come up with a reason to be the victim. So how about we invent white genocide?
Yeah, I think they're just taking a page out of the Christian persecution, because they literally have to say that other people having the same thing as them is equivalent to murder, mass murder.
There was like this guy complaining about the skin color of a woman in like an advertisement for like a sports company.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
And she was like,
80% of
white.
Americans are Asian.
Yeah.
How dare you put an Asian
I
on here?
retweeted that guy. I can't remember who it was though.
I don't either.
I just had him on like a second ago. I just checked him. I don't know.
Oi, lads. Is anyone up for a cheeky Nando's?